Hello peeps, this is Tango and welcome back to Tango's World of Fics. Today I will be reading Two Sides of the Same Coin, Old, Chapter 8. I am still a little bit sick, so, sorry if I sound a little bit off. And sorry for the really late update I'm gonna try and just do a bunch of, updates, maybe, post a few chapters today or something, just to make up for it. Sorry again. Okay. Here are the notes. So, there is/was a name change. The original name of Two Sides of a Coin was commonly used, and the new name, Two Sides of the Same Coin, was supposed to be the original name. Also, sorry about lack of updates. Amy had some mental state issues and school issues. And Candy is in the hospital, so it's hard to communicate between the two of us. Oh my gosh, did they get the curse? The AO3 writers, okay. We're just gonna, I feel like all the people that I'm reading their fics, any fics I'm reading, I feel like they all have the curse. That means I'm reading good ones though, so. Anyways, let's get into the chapter. Shinszo had been taken back to UA. His uniform was folded in his hands, and he was in the outfit Midoriya gave him. Aizawa had given a few suspicious looks at him when he first arrived, but that died down to just the occasional glance. His parents were busy filling out a few dozen reports for the USJ, which Aizawa groaned about. Yamada had taken to idly chatting about how adorable Nezu's student was, which Shinszo paid full attention to. Nezu was sipping on his tea, listening to Yamada, and then the mouse let out what seemed to be a groan. He was holding a notebook with gloves on, looking over the information. This vigilante, he gets on my nerves to no end. He's been active for what, 2 years? The only step we've gotten closer to his capture is that one time he was gravely injured during a battle, but he managed to escape the bindings that we had him in. The principal complained. Yo, Nezu, you know my kid's here, right? Yamada slid in, not wanting the principal to break something. Yeah, I know. I wish Izuku was here, though. Wait, why can't I call him in again? Nezu asked to nobody in particular. His question was soon answered by Recovery Girl. Because he shouldn't have to deal with taking down a vigilante. I mean, why do you guys care about Bunny so much, anyways? Nezu looked up from the notebook and had a blank face for a moment. Why does Bunny care so much about us? He asked back, gaining the first-year teacher's attention. Think about it. He has seen or helped us 18 times now, most of those times being you, Aizawa. So why does he care so much about you? None of this makes any sense to me anymore. I think Bunny could just be trying to save us from someone, Nezu stated before turning to Shinszo. Shinszo, have you ever met Bunny? The teen gave a flabbergasted noise from being pulled into the conversation. I saw him at the USJ and at the hospital, but I never talked to him. He answered honestly. A ding was heard from a computer that belonged to Nezu. The principal pulled up the message, gaping for a moment before turning it to everyone. Nice job, Nezu. You're getting closer to who I am. It's a shame that when you figure out I will be gone. Huh? Bunny. Ectoplasm stood up from his seat, quickly standing up to go and track down the message. What? Bunny sent this from our Wi-Fi. I'm guessing he used something we couldn't track and destroyed it. The signal's already gone. Shinszo kept staring at the message, wondering what he had just witnessed. Ugh, let's leave, Hitoshi. The paperwork's done, so I want a nap. Aizawa groaned, causing the family to stand up. Have a good day, sir, Shinszo shouted while bowing, heading to the door. Yamada picked up the injured man, easily pulling him out the door. Yamada chatted happily, not expecting many answers from the tired pair. As Shinszo opened the passenger door for his dad to be placed in, he saw someone running by. Yamada also saw them and shouted out. The person was looking over and waving. The person dropped what they were carrying and scrambled to pick them up. Shinszo went over and recognized it as the boy he fell in love with. Oh, hi, Midoriya. What are you doing here so late? He tried acting casually while picking up a book. The boy knelt to the ground and took out his phone, typing something as fast as he could. I wanted to return all these textbooks to Nezu. Also had to give Nezu a piece of pie I made for him, but forgot to give it to him this morning. Shinszo nodded after he read the message, quickly helping up the smaller teen put the books into the stack. Well, have a good night, Midoriya, he said, while leaning up to hand the boy the books. The smaller teen looked up and their nose brushed together. Shinszo backed up slightly and helped the smaller teen up before running off. He leaned on the car, panting slightly as he held a slight smile. Oop. Oh, who is that? And why is your face so pink? Yamada chirped, starting the car as his son climbed in. It was Midoriya, he said tiredly, leaning back on his seat. He felt his dad's glare on him land as he rushed to put his seatbelt on. Oh, okay. I guess you tired yourself from running back there, huh? Yamada asked without realizing that his son was blushing. Yep, just tired myself from running, he stated while sinking into his seat to avoid the glare of his father, who was sending it towards him. Well, I guess we'll have to focus on the running part of training next time, since you're getting so tired after running for 20 meters, Aizawa said in a cocky tone. No, thanks, I'm dehydrated today, he said, staring outside the window and looking at the passing buildings. Yamada turned on the radio, happily letting out a breath that he held, and found a pop channel. As the car eventually pulled into the driveway at the house, Hitoshi unbuckled himself and checked the mailbox. The crescent moon shone through the the something clouds. The moon tinted a light purple from it. A small smile slipped on his face, and the wind blowing through his hair. His attention was taken back to the world by an unsharpened pencil that hit his arm. His iris-colored eyes met obsidian eyes, his hand opening the metal box. Inside there was no mail, causing him to slam it shut and walk past his dad. Oi, Hitoshi, Aizawa grumbled while Shinszo kept walking. Aizawa chased after his son into the house, barreling himself into his son's room. It's a pain to run, you know. He gave an annoyed stare while taking a seat on the boy's bed. So, what's with you and Midoriya? It's obvious that you have an interest in him, Aizawa stated, with no shame. You saw right through me, huh? Shinszo chuckled, leaning on his desk. I was at his apartment today. He had so many pictures from when he was a kid, and he looked so happy in them. His eyes in those photos were so bright, but now they seem so dull. Today we went to the Neko Cafe, and he laughed. His face looked so happy and bright. His eyes shone a little in the light, and his face was flushed from his wide smile, and God, it was so amazing to look at. I just want to help him through whatever he's going through, because those eyes being bright is something that matters to me now, he said while clenching his fist. He leaned so far onto his desk that his forehead rested on the hard wood. Wow, that's impressive considering you just met him, Aizawa joked, standing up from his bed. It's stupid, right? Shinszo replied quietly, staring at the dark brown wood. No, not really, Aizawa said from the doorframe. Just try to help him. His file doesn't say anything good about him or his home life, so as long as you helped him out and pursue your own goals, it's not too selfish, Aizawa told him, mumbling a good night while heading to his own room. Shinszo let out a breath that he didn't know he was holding, his hand numbly tracing over the petals of a nearby flower crown. He had never felt like this, and this wasn't what most people said love would feel like. The feeling of love to him made him want to help Midoriya, all to see the boy smile and his eyes shine. He barely knew anything about the boy, but it just wanted to make him know more about him. His heart was aching from knowing that the boy had been in pain before, a pain that was great enough for the boy to stop smiling. He looked at the pink rose, its color dull and light, but his hand moved to his pocket to search up the meaning of a pink rose. His search resulted in pink roses, meaning gentleness and happiness. He looked at the flowers that were intertwined in the crown, not knowing what they were, but Shinszo gathered enough courage to ask after pacing back and forth in his room, his cat batting at him any time that he passed by them. Purple calico. Hey, what flowers are in the crown that you made me? Green floof. Roses and jonquils. I don't know how you say that. Sorry, this is actually me. I don't know how you say that. Anyways, roses and somethings. I'm a bit busy right now, so I can't talk. Sorry. Purple calico. That's fine. Thanks. As Shinszo saw that they meant friendship, he smiled. The fact that Midoriya might want to be friends with him seemed nice. Even though he had been pulled into Ida's, Uraraka's, and Asui's friend group, he didn't know if they were all considered friends or just on speaking terms. But Shinszo didn't mind having someone to talk to occasionally. It was rather beneficial being friends with Ida, as he gave Shinszo the notes he missed. A notification rang from his phone, and he stared at it. You have been invited to a group chat. Ida. Hello, Class 1A students. I have made a group chat for work purposes and such. Feel free to chat a little as well. Mina. Ooh, what's this? Momo. It's been active for less than a minute, and you have already cursed it. Bakugo. What the hell? Kirishima. Baku, bro! Eh! Tokoyami. What a mad banquet of darkness. Bakugo does not text in all caps. Bakugo. You want to go, bird brain? Midoriya. Don't fight, you albino hedgehog. Ida. Oh! Hello, Midoriya-kun. How did you get in this chat? Midoriya. Kantan invited me after I told him I would be joining y'all. Tomorrow, at least. Jiro. Well, get ready, for you desire to live to die once you do. Todoroki. What if we get the desire to live from being with 1A? Ojiro. What drugs are on you on? Can I get some? Ida. Ojiro-kun, we shouldn't mention drugs or ask them to be on them. Midoriya has disabled admin features on 20 people. Ida. Wait, how did you do that? You cannot take away my rights when I was the one who made this. Midoriya. Smiley face. Bakugo. Please just don't change the nicknames. Shinszo. For once, I agree with albino hedgehog. Bakugo. 5 seconds to live. Bakugo. Never mind, I have been giving a donut. All is good. Mina. Wow, Bakugo is able to be bribed. Momo. Wait, nobody should be out at this time. How were you bribed? Midoriya. I gave him a donut. Momo. But it's really dark out. Midoriya. So? Bakugo. He has no fears. Ojiro. And that's how you get kidnapped. Any questions? Jiro. Should someone go get him so he doesn't get kidnapped? Kirishima. Bro, where are you? Mina and I can get ya. Midoriya. I don't need to be accompanied. I'm good by myself. Ojiro. You're definitely getting kidnapped. Midoriya. Sounds festive. Tokoyami. I aspire to be like him. Mineta. He's probably a man of the night, so who cares? Ida. Mineta, it is not appropriate to say that people are that. Aizawa. Why is this existing? Uraraka. It was for classwork, but it's gone downhill. Aizawa. Midoriya, would you like a hero to accompany you home? You live farther away than the rest of us. Kaminari. Ooh, is he farther out than me? Aizawa. He has an hour-long commute. Mina. Oh, dang, that must suck. Shinszo. What? He lives like a 10-minute walk from UA. Bakugo. What? Aizawa. What? Nezu. What? Midoriya has left the chat. Mina. And oop. Shinszo let out a small sound of disappointment as Midoriya left the chat. Dad, how did you even get in our chat? He shouted, hoping that he would get a response from the man 3 doors down. A ding from his phone held a message. Ida invited Nezu, PM, Midnight, Cementos, Ectoplasm, and I to it. I'ma yeet most of them out. Shinszo held a confused gaze at his phone, muting the group chat as he watched the shenanigans go on. He picked himself off his desk and walked out of his room, adventuring to the kitchen. Inside, his pops was happily humming a tune from his radio show. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Shinszo asked groggily, slipping a hand around the refrigerator's handle, pulling the door open, and stealing a strawberry jelly packet from his dad. Oh, I'm trying to bake. I have no idea how good these brownies will turn out, though. Yamada ended with a chuckle. Shinszo peered over to see the brownies in the oven, a tub of icing on top of the counter, and sprinkles off to the side. What type of icing is good for brownies? He questioned before opening the jelly packet. Yamada gave a shrug. If not, we could just eat the icing, he chirped while leaning onto the counter. Shinszo shook his head and perched himself across the room, a cat soon joining them. How bad do you think you'll mess up? He asked, stroking the brownish-orange furred tabby. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure, but I think it can't be that bad, Yamada said sheepishly, trying to push away the cat that was trying to wrap itself around the used bowl of brownies. Yeah. Did you see the group chat yet, Hitoshi? Yamada asked, scrolling through his phone. Yeah, I did send a few messages, he said, idly petting the cat that was perched on his shoulder. Oh, right. Anyways, you caused a huge confusion on where Midoriya lives, Pops chuckled, walking over to his son. Couldn't he just have 2 apartments or whatever? He questioned boredly. Aizawa had emerged from his room, giving up trying to sleep early. Yeah, but he has no guardians, so he earns all his money by himself. It wouldn't be logical to own 2 apartments. Aizawa gave a glare at the jelly packet in his son's hands, before going to the fridge and pulling out a mango one. Who knows? Do you want to help me figure out who this problem child is? Shinszo met his dad's gaze as the man leaned next to the sink. Apparently, his parents died at the age of 8. He went off the grid for 5 years until Nezu met him. The kid's a practical genius, keeping up with Nezu at some levels, and honestly, I want to see if this kid has fighting abilities as well, because if that kid can fight, then he would be an absolute monster. Aizawa mumbled. Shinszo met his eyes and spoke. Well, he has a bit of muscle to him. I saw the dude without his hoodie. He is certainly fit, that's for sure. They saw Yamada smirk from the side of the room. Were you checking him out? The blonde teased. Shinszo groaned as he leaned back, but Yamada stopped his further teasing when a timer rang out. As the brownies were extracted from the oven, Shinszo escaped to the kitchen. As he retreated, he heard a muffled question. Yamada was wondering if he should be allowed to date. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. Ow, I just hit my hand on the table for no reason. I love this so much. Wait, did I already give kudos? I did. But whatever. I always recommend these, the fics that I do record that I like. I mean, all of them so far, because it's not very much. And I recommend them to my friends. Okay, time for some notes. Let's go. Okay, chapter 8, the message. Oh, the message. The thing that, like, the message at this, like, around the starting, when Izuku said, like, he was like, nice job, Nezu, you're getting closer to who I am. It's a shame that when you figure out, I will be gone, huh? So that, I like that, but I'm, like, wondering, why is he gonna be gone? Like, if that was already mentioned, I forgot, because it's been a little while since I recorded, but, like, also I have memory problems, but, like, why is he gonna be gone? So, like, that's, like, exciting. I can't wait to find that out. I want to know what's going on. And are they gonna have to, like, try and stop him from leaving or something? Are they gonna figure things out? And then, yeah, oh my god. So, anyways, that was amazing. Fallen in love. Oh, yeah. So, I love that, so when, Shinszo was, like, saying, like, he was, like, saying, like, oh, the guy he fell in love with, whatever he said. Whenever that was. I don't remember what that was. But also how Shinszo was able to, like, describe him so well. And, like, all these things that he said about him. And I feel like Yamada was just like, oh, my God, my baby's in love. I feel like he was like that. Anyways. Oh, and then Hitoshi and Yamada, after the scene with Izuku, how he was just, like, like, I don't know. He kind of, like, stopped questioning it, but then, like, I feel like he's still, like, I know. Oh, I love that at the end they were like, should he date? Like, should we allow him to date? Yes, they should allow him to date. Of course he should be dating. Oh my god. No, they need to begin together. Anyways, let's see. Izuku brought Hitoshi somewhere else. Oh, yes! Like, what? He brought him to a different house. Because yeah, so that's, like, so now is he gonna, like, tell them where it is? And then it's, like, they're gonna find, maybe because Izuku has all his, like, vigilante, I don't know, stuff. He has his suspicious activity stuff there. And maybe that's why there was blood on the floor. Or whatever. The bloodstain, I have that in my notes. That's why I remembered. No, I don't have that good of a memory. No. No, I mean, I do. If I'm reminded, I do. Okay, anyway. So great. Oh my gosh, I got this Epic the Musical Athena tea. It smells like cinnamon oatmeal cookies. I got it for my birthday. So great. So great. I made a short on that because it's just so great. But anyways. Okay, anyways. Another thing. Oh, yes. Also, I wanted to know if you are at this point and you're still listening. I wanted to know, can you tell that I'm smiling? Because I'm grinning so widely at so many parts of these, and I am squealing, but then I have to and then I have to cut it out. But there was this one that I don't know, I just became a siren, and I thought it was funny, so I just left it there. Yeah, fun. Next chapter is 9, so I'll just write that down. Oh, yes. There. I'm so loving this. Wait, how many chapters are there? 25. We're at 9. We're not halfway there yet, but we're close to halfway. There's no, okay, whatever. That's so amazing. I hope you guys are loving this, because I am, but, can you hear me? Also, I know I sound bad because I'm sick. Still, I'm good enough to record, but I mean, I feel fine. I'm just a little bit congested. So and my voice was really affected. So my voice is a little bit deeper. And my mom was like, "Whoa, you sound old," or something like that. I don't know. She didn't recognize me. She got scared at my voice. I don't think there's much of a difference, but once I add this to the playlist, then maybe you can hear it, the contrast from one episode to the next. But who knows? I don't know. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this chapter. This is Tango signing off. Bye!